Excalibur Umbra, the better version of the regular Excalibur in every way, and seems like there is a new additions to and from previous update to all meta weapons for Warframes. Excalibur has the better effect to this, considering he has always been a powerful Warframe with his 4th ability, Exalted Blade. You can stack your combo counter / multiplier without hitting the target physically. The blades will stack upon your counter. I've been addicted to doing heavy slam attacks ever since I found out and have been using it consistently. I now decided to try it on Excalibur. The damage is actually phenomenal, but however, the heavy slam attacks is not the best out of the heavy attacks you can do. If you want to endgame everything, then the heavy ground attacks is what blew my mind about Excalibur. This is my build for the Excalibur Umbra. Field charge, of course. The squad receives 60% melee damage, including yourself. Power drift, 15% ability strength, and 30% damage knockdown resistance, which is good. Gladiator finesse. We got chromatic blade. We got gladiator aegis and gladiator resolve. So both of these are gonna work together with the 30% melee critical chance per combo multiplier increasing. And we got all the Umbra mods come together with some strength and then prime flow, which is going to increase my energy max. All these mods are going to work really great. Just trying to increase the more damage, also having armor, health, all that stuff, really increasing the health, mainly because that's what all the Umbra mods are going to come to do. All right, we got Arcane Energize, all right, which is rank 5. You have a 60% chance to replenish that 150 energy to self and allies within 15 meters. And then you got Arcane Strike, which on rank 5 on hit, 15% chance for 60% attack speed to melee weapons for 18 seconds. So that's an amazing arcane right there. Then you have your Umbra Blade that you can also upgrade, and this is my first build that I'm having. There's going to be 2 others that are going to focus on heavy. This is the mods that I'm using for the first build, which is strictly just, fighting. Just, throwing those blades out there without using any heavy attacks, because this is not focused on heavy attacks at all. All right, then you got Melee Influence, which on rank 5, on a melee electricity status, 20% chance for elemental melee status effects to apply to enemies within 20 meters for 18 seconds. Cannot refresh while active. So while active, the duration has to go out. Then you have the Heavy Slam, which is basically like the usual go-to for all heavy mods or heavy slam attack mods that you're going to use, which is Reflex, Galvanize, and then you got Seismic Wave and Killing Blow. Then you're going to have all these mods as well, and it's strictly just electricity damage. And then this is for the heavy attack on ground only. All right, this is not a slam. So this is what you're going to have on your build. And man, the heavy ground attack is way better than the slam attacks, because it also applies slash damage, as it doesn't say here, but it does apply slash damage as you're doing those heavy attacks on ground. You're going to look at my Archon Shard build setup. This is not fully completed yet, but it will be maybe in the near couple months, maybe. So really what I need on here is the Violet Archon Shard, which gain 10% ability damage on enemies affected by electricity status. So that's going to be great for your 4th ability, as it's doing damage and electricity. That's going to be really great for that. And then you can also throw on the gain 25% melee critical damage, since you can add slightly a bit more. But then again, you can use that, but I think mainly I'm going to stick to the gain 10% ability damage on enemies affected by electricity, because that's just the only one that really makes sense. So I'm probably going to maybe throw on 1 of the melee critical damage, and then just have probably 3 of the Violet Archon Shards, which is Tau Forge, and it's got to be Tau Forge for the gain 10% ability damage. with electricity status effect. Since the heavy slam attack is getting a change, it will never matter to me anymore. Not as long as DE does not take away the damage Excalibur can imment with heavy ground attacks. Let me know what you all think about the builds in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Keep sharing the content to friends, family, and especially to someone that actually plays the game, and tell them to subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so please help out the channel, man. I really would appreciate it. Love you guys so much, and I'm gonna see you all in the next video.